everybody. I'm so glad you could join me today. I'm going to tell you a story, and it starts out once upon a time, a long time ago. Deep in the forest, there was a family of bears. One day, Mama Bear decided to make oatmeal for breakfast. Not just plain ordinary oatmeal, but she made banana oatmeal. And for a special treat, she was going to put chocolate chips on Baby Bear's oatmeal. So she got the oatmeal all made, and she went and she got the bowls down, and she got her great big bowl for Papa Bear, and a medium-sized bowl for Mama Bear, and a little teeny bowl for Baby Bear. So she took the oatmeal and she scooped it in the bowls, and then she put the chocolate chips on Baby Bear's oatmeal, and she noticed that there was steam coming out of the oatmeal bowls, which meant that it was really hot, and she did not want her family to get burnt mouths. So she decided that they would go for a walk in the forest, because exercise is always a good thing. So she suggested to Baby Bear and Papa Bear they go for a walk, and they were right along there with her and said, "Yes, let's go." So they went off for a walk. In the meantime, there was a little girl that lived in town, and she had bright blonde hair, and sometimes she'd put it in curls, and she'd have these locks coming down, so people called her Goldilocks. Well, she was going to take a walk in the forest too. La 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 la. And she saw a house, and the door was open, so she walked right in. Now, the reason the door was open was that Mama Bear sometimes would leave the door open to get some fresh air into the house, because there was no air conditioning back then. So Goldilocks went inside, and she smelled, "Oh, I smell something good." And she looked around, and she saw 3 bowls of oatmeal. There was a great big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a little tiny bowl. So she went over to the great big bowl, and she looked at it, and she saw there was steam coming out of it, and she thought, "Oh, this is too hot. I'm not even going to try it." Then she went over to the medium-sized bowl, and she looked in. It wasn't steaming, so she took the spoon and stuck it in and put it in her mouth, and she said, "Ah! It's cold! I don't like cold oatmeal." So she went to the little bowl, and she looked in it and saw chocolate chips. Oh, wow, what a treat. And she put her spoon in, and she tried it, and it was just right, and it was yummy. So she just kept eating, and she ate, and she ate, and she ate it all up. So then she went into the living room, and she saw 3 rocking chairs. There was a great big rocking chair, there was a medium-sized rocking chair, and there was a little tiny rocking chair. She decided to try the big rocking chair. So she climbed up into the chair, and she sat down on the chair, and she started rocking. And she was rocking. And she was rocking really fast, and she did not like to rock really fast, so she jumped off. Then she tried the medium-sized rocking chair, and she climbed up, and she sat down, and she couldn't get it to go much faster than this. It was so slow that she did not like it at all. So she jumped off of that one, and she went to the baby rocking chair, and she noticed there was a pillow there, so that made it even more comfortable. And she got into the rocking chair, and she got in, and she started rocking, and it was just perfect. So she rocked, and she rocked, and she rocked, and all of a sudden, the rocking chair broke. Oh, well, she went into the next room, and she saw 3 beds. There was a great big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a little tiny bed. So she climbed up into the great big bed, and she tried to lay down, but it was hard. Oh, she did not like it. So she went into the medium-sized bed, and she tried to lay down, and it was nice and soft, but too soft because she sunk right in, and that was not comfortable either. So she decided to try the little tiny bed, and she climbed in and she lay down, and it was so comfortable that she just fell right asleep. And she was having the best dreams. She was dreaming all sorts of good things. And in the meantime, the bears came home from their walk. And Papa Bear was going to have some oatmeal, and he looked in the oatmeal and he said, "Somebody's been eating my oatmeal." Huh. And Mama Bear looked at her bowl of oatmeal and she said, "Somebody's been eating my oatmeal." And Baby Bear looked at her oatmeal bowl and she said, Somebody's been eating my oatmeal, and they ate all of it, every bit of it, even the chocolate chips are gone." Oh. So they decided to go sit down in the other room and on their rocking chairs and figure out what had happened. Papa Bear got his rocking chair and said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Mama Bear went to her rocking chair and she said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Baby Bear went to her rocking chair and she said, Somebody's been sitting in my chair and it's broken into pieces." Oh, they didn't know what to do now. Papa Bear, though, said, "Why don't we all go take a little nap, and when we get up, we'll be refreshed, we'll be able to think clearly, and we'll figure this out." So he went into the bedroom and he said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed." Oh, no. And then Mama Bear went in and she said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed." Then Baby Bear went in and she said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still here." Ah! Well, with all the noise and commotion, Goldilocks woke up and saw 3 bears looking at her. And you know what she did? She screamed. She said, "Ah!" And she ran. And she ran, and she ran all the way home. But you know what? The bears learned their lesson. They do not leave the house with the door wide open anymore. They lock the door every time they leave. And Goldilocks has never gone into anyone's house unless she has been invited in. So with these rules in mind, they all lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoy this story. Bye.